Oh my gosh, Virgos. I was in mid-reading and it totally cut off. I'm so upset. Anyway, let's get back into it. That's just showing me that there is some type of blockage. Somebody that's, you're in the midst of doing something, you're going and on the path, you're doing exactly what you need to do, and bam, you get knocked off kilter. And what I was saying is, you are in a huge incubator of you're finding courage in your vulnerability. It's interesting. They're just giving me a new message now. Maybe they didn't want the old message I was saying. You're being courageous and expressing yourself, and you're being vulnerable in ways that you were not able to be vulnerable before. And like I was saying before, I had this out here. So your blessings have been blocked a bit, okay? And they want you to know wealth and love, it's on the same vibration. So if money has been hard for you to attain, like things seem desolate where you are, it's because there is an ex that you're still hung up on, and it doesn't feel like you're hung up on him like, oh, come take me, why don't you love me? Not like that. It's kind of animosity, like, it's just like, you just want to stick it to him, That's what it feels like. I'm losing my voice. I've had an amazing week. It has been so much fun, and at the same time, I've been healing too. So anyway, I lost my voice. I apologize if you hear me squeaking. Anyway, they want you to focus like this. So look at this, okay, as your vortex. Technically, this vibration would be here in the middle, but for the sake of writing the words, I put it out here. So look at it like this. Here's your vortex. This outer ring technically would be like fear, shame, guilt, the lower vibrations, the lower emotions that are tied to those vibrations. It would be in there. But for the sake of the size, I need to do it this way. Any experience that you want. So when you are trying to manifest something and you open yourself up to the universe, you are in alignment, you're letting your cork float, you're going with the flow, you're going downstream, things are going really well for you. Any type of experience that exudes that type of love, that type of wealth, that type of joy, that type of appreciation, anything, passion, knowledge, anything that matches those emotions experience-wise can come to you. So things that you wanted as a child can come to you now. So it's like things can come in you all at once. You won't be manifesting just one thing. You're going to be manifesting a lot of things at once, which is great when you're on the higher vibrational end of things. But if you're on the lower vibrational end of things, that's when it's not so fun, because you're still manifesting here, 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 and here all at once, but it's negative. It's the things, it's unwanted. And what they're saying is there is someone who's still been in your energy, in your heart, and your chakras, that has been blocking your money. And it is because you have not been able to let this person go. They want you to know you've had a lot of ups and downs, but in those ups and downs, especially with this love affair, that is what's helped you transform and be afraid to step into the unknown and learn to express yourself in ways that you were not able to express yourself before. So you are in a position now where you are about to be in your winning phase. You're about to be receiving that wealth because you have been transforming. You have been exuding self-love by taking care of yourself, by taking action on the things that align with what your inner being has shown you is on your path that you chose to do here on earth. You are in the position to do that. And they're telling me you're going to get like this frisky energy, okay? When this comes, where you're going to be able to like look at, maybe not look at them in the face, but it's like you're going to be like, I started from the bottom and now I'm rich. I got in my bag and I ain't looked back since. I started to say sorry, but fuck that shit. You started out hating, now you love my drip. So you somebody starting from the bottom and you're working your way up to the top, and it's like you get to wear that. It's like you're wearing a shirt that says prove people wrong, and like you are going to prove so many people wrong, and damn it, are you going to feel invigorated and like confident to the point you are fucking cocky, okay? And they want you to be careful, rein that in a little bit, because you don't want to be so cocky that you cause problems for yourself. You don't. They want you to stay in that humble energy, and be happy, be proud of yourself. You won, you did the damn thing, all right? You did this, you manifested this, you are winning. And it's that song, those lyrics that I just said, that's exactly what that person is going to feel like. Okay? It's that you don't even need to say the words because your actions are speaking louder than your words. And let me tell you, when you have an ex and you two break up and they're doing better than you, the other person tends to be like, oh, it drives them crazy. But you are, especially, and I don't know why this is, this is coming up. I don't know. I have to say this. I don't typically watch relationship videos. And lately, I've been getting a lot of them about men. And there was a video that popped up today, and it was men talking about relationships and stuff about, things that they believe when it comes to relationships and women. And a man was saying, there's nothing that hurts a man more than to split with an ex and have their ex thrive and do better than them. It literally destroys a man's confidence, and it can make them do wildly crazy things. And having that ex here, that ex could do wild or crazy things. So don't be like up in their face like, bitch, I told you. Your energy is going to speak for itself. Your manifestations will speak for themselves. You don't even need to say anything. That's how powerful you are. Yes. Okay, now they want me to get into these decks. I was saying in the last reading before it cut me off, little drama for your mama here. Let's see. These decks to me, I feel like they're lower vibrational. But when you have situations with people that are happening like this and they're watching the channel, they're going to make me use these cards. So, trapped in a bad environment. Yeah. This could be you. It could be them. But it's like your environment. And that matters too. It really does matter. Because here you are as a human. Here's your body, right? And then you have your energetic bubble that's around you, your aura. And when you're next to somebody else in close proximity, because you have not moved out of, like, let's just say you're energetically, you are not in this environment anymore. You're way over here. But physically, you're still here because the physical part of manifestation is the last step. The first part of manifestation is always vibration. Always, always, always. So you're around these people that you're trapped in a bad environment. Their energetic bubble, their aura is going to interact with yours. And if your energy is not in a place where you are protecting it by cleansing your energy, staying out of the drama, pulling away as much as you can, like disengaging from conversations, you are going to get caught up in those energies. You will feel it. And what they're saying is right now, you are in a place where you are feeling how bad this environment is for you. Like you're feeling the pinch. You're feeling like there's no place for me here anymore. My energy's too big for this place. I need to go. Okay. So the person that you're around here, fake account. Yeah, see, you're still in an environment. I'm feeling like this is the ex. Like you're still in an environment where you're surrounded, like close proximity to an ex, like a drive away, not big. But they want you to know you leveling up. They've been in their head, and this is happening before you actually receive the physical level up. This is current. They have been in their head in real time, like right now. Okay, they're overthinking how things played out with you in the past. They have a fear of being rejected by you. They watch you with fake accounts because they they want to see what you're up to. Are you doing better than them? Are you hanging out with people? And they're also in their head about how they could try to weasel their way back into your life and offer you love. That's a hand offering a heart that says love in it. So they want to offer that to you. But by watching your accounts, they're watching you to figure out how you move now, how you speak, what you're interested in, who you're with, where you go. They're doing these things because they're trying to figure out how they can come back in to you. And the reason is the grass was not greener on the other side when it comes to other energies. This is somebody who lives with the mentality to get over somebody, you need to get under somebody else. And they've been under lots and lots of people. And you know, that's all of those sexual transmutation. And they don't want you sleeping with this person because you will be transmuting so much dark energy for years that they've been accumulating. And what their spirit is feeling right now is all of those sexual transmutation. Like they're feeling all of that sexually transmuted energy. And you don't want that. All right. And they're trying to figure out how can they come towards you, still seem genuine, still seem like a good catch without you finding out about any of the crap that they've done. But they've got other people who are not leaving them alone. And so they haven't been able to make their move. This came out sideways. Look, stalker. Yeah, they're watching you. They, trying to frequent places that you frequent to see, to get a glimpse of you and see who you're with. And, are you really happy? Do you really have a smile on your face? Or are you downtrodden and acting fake happy around them? And I don't feel like you are. And they've noticed that. And that's why they're in their head. Yeah. They may have legal issues. Yeah, fake smiles. Hmm. There is something that this person has done, and they are terrified that someone is going to call CPS on them. I need to clarify. Ooh. Thinking of you, yeah, deep regret in their head. Masculine. I asked who, and I got 2 cards with masculine. They are worried. It's something about like, it's almost like somebody who's parties and likes to post stuff on their stories on social media somewhere. And they posted something that, and they don't really remember posting it because maybe they were messed up, drunk, high, something. And now it's like it was fake. Like it was a substance that was making them feel this way. They had posted something that did not look well, and they're afraid someone has threatened to call CPS on this person, and they're like in regrets, and they're thinking about you, and they want your help. They want your nurturing love, Virgo, and they're not able to get it. This person's very toxic. They're controlling, and they're in a position now where they feel it's not a healthy dynamic going on here. They're really craving you sensually. This person has a bad temper. They want you to watch yourself with this person. It's like they could be tipped quite easily, and, you know, knee-jerk reaction, just hit somebody and like, oh shit, what was I thinking? I didn't think, what was I doing? Kind of, it's like something like that, you know, where somebody gets sucker punched. It's the second time. That is the second time today that I have mentioned somebody getting sucker punched. Oh my gosh. That came out of nowhere. I don't like this energy. All right, so what do you need to do? That's what I want to know. First off, they wanted this deck out, so what's this? What did you want with those? Damn, that like totally flipped. Yeah, there are invisible walls around you preventing love to come in. In order to experience love, you need to open yourself up and let your guard down. This is what's blocking your abundance, your wealth. Matters of the heart are blocking your wealth, and they need you to understand that. I like this. Look at this. While you're ready to say goodbye to this person, this situation, they're thinking, I want one more chance. So it's interesting. It's almost like I watched a video earlier, and I don't watch things like this, guys, and so they just come to me. Source does this, and it was a video about no contact. And honestly, I've been in no contact, but I've never really thought about it in this respect. And it was a compilation of a bunch of different men and women talking about no contact. And these men kept talking about, there's like depending on the man, there's 3 to 5 different phases that they go through. And the first phase is always the same for a man. Every one of these men had the same exact step on the first step. And it was, when you first separate from a man, the men, they're happy. They're high on life. They got their singledom, their freedom. They're out having a good old time. They're not thinking about you. Where the women, they tend to be the ones sitting at home, binge watching Bridgerton, crying, thinking of the men eating ice cream or something, you know? And it's not until like later, you know, that's the first few weeks, you know, to a month. And then by month 4, the men are like, oh man, I miss her, I miss him, I miss her, I miss him. And by that time, the women, they're like, that's when they're like letting go. So the women in the beginning are opposite of men. The women in the beginning are trying to keep it together, and the men are like happy in the no contact. Well, then as the contact continues, the women tend to be the ones okay, and the men are the ones wanting to come back. And that is what this is about. You're ready to say goodbye to a situation that, you know, that toxic environment that they were talking about, this being in a bad environment. You're saying goodbye to that, but you're also saying goodbye to these toxic relationships. And it kind of sucks because it feels like this person wanted to come back and they've been too afraid to do it. And it sucks for them because when they do muster the courage to do it, you have news of your own. And it's kind of like a conversation where you both say you need to talk, and you meet and say, this is you, and your news is that you're moving and you just wanted to say goodbye, and they're meeting because they want to tell you that they still love you and they want to give it one more try. So you two meet and both of you have something to say, but it's totally opposite. And you know, this person's saying, you can go first. And you go, okay, thank you. And so you're like, I just want you to know that I received an offer for, you know, a job, and it's a big career move for me, and I'm going to take it, and it's going to require me to leave. And I just wanted to say goodbye. And then this person all of a sudden freaks out. They don't say what they initially meant to say. Okay? Storm. They're hurt because they are too late. Now it's going to look like, now to you, and they're thinking this, now it's going to look like I'm coming back because you have something that you think I want. And damn it, I should have come back and spoke my mind sooner, because now they're going to think I want them for the wrong reasons. But it's not the wrong reasons. They're already in a storm, and they want your peace. They want to siphon that peaceful energy from you. They want something from you. They don't want a relationship. They want things. They want sex. They want your peace. They want your affection. They want you to lift them up and make them feel better about all their bad choices the way that you used to do. Thank you for the confirmation. And no, this is not the time for this relationship. No, this has got to be a solid no. Solid no. Yeah, because you can't bring somebody who's stuck, if they're stuck in a bad environment and they're holding their head like this was you at one point, but you've been moving yourself out of it into this. You have been taking charge of your life. You've been listening to the divine, all right? You've been prioritizing yourself. You've been strategizing, making things priority that are going to expand you. You are looking for new friendships, new relationships, offers of love that bring stability, and you're holding on to that dream. And that's the dream that's manifesting for you, Virgo. This is the energy they're in. You taking somebody, trying to pull this energy with you along this journey is going to destroy what you've built. All right. I don't know what the name of that movie is, but it's coming back, and they're saying this is the exact way it would be if you were to do this. Maybe you're not going to be a singer, maybe you are, but there's someone here who you're going to be, you're going to be receiving high accolades. You're going to be in the public, on a stage, performing, presenting, whatever it is that you do. And if you were to bring this person along with you, it is the same as the way this movie is. What is that movie with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper? Okay, look, and then my right palm started itching. That means you will lose money. So the right palm itching, this can be a loss of money. Left palm itching, that's receiving money. It could be receiving money, but it could also mean being receptive or creative on the left. And on the right, it could be also mean that you're giving, and it can also mean take action. So, but the fact that it just started itching when I was talking about you trying to bring this person along on your high vibrational new career path here, it will end up ultimately just the way that movie ended. What is that movie? Let me look it up for you. These notifications, they drive me crazy. Sorry. Itching myself. What did I say? Lady Gaga. Bradley. A Star is Born. Yeah, A Star is Born. So if you're resonating with this and it's like somebody comes to your mind, you know exactly who I'm talking about, and this story seems to fit, watch that movie, because they really want your heartstrings to be like, they want you to see it so you can feel that dip in your energy to know, like, okay, this is what I would be giving up. This is what I'd have to deal with. So it's like all the time. Say in that movie, Lady Gaga, I don't even know what her name is in the movie, but she's going up to the stage to receive some type of award. I'm just going to say Oscar for the sake of giving you an example. And then he's piss ass drunk, and he comes up on stage, and she's giving her thank you speech for this prestigious award, and he stands up there falling over, steals her thunder, and pisses all over himself. And that's what they're saying. This energy, they are so far beyond what you remember them. Like how you remember them when you were together, maybe you thought they had a lot going on and you weren't the one. Like you weren't good enough for them at some point, it feels like. It doesn't have to be that way, but I do get a sense of that with somebody. Now all of a sudden you're going to be able to look at them like, man, I did not see you clearly before. I thought when we were together last time I knew you, I could see you, and I didn't see you. And that's what they want you to realize. Thank you. Like my right palm keeps itching now. You will lose this abundance. You will lose this happiness. You will lose this offer. You will lose this assured success. Could be a car. You lose a car. You don't want to give this up for this person. And this is the longest reading. I told my daughter each reading would be about 5 minutes, and this thing's 24 minutes long. All right, I'm leaving it there, Virgo. When this comes around, run, okay? Don't take them. All right, peace and love.